Side of those tornado possibilities, we're going to watch for some widespread flooding. Some of these storms have the capability to produce 2 to 4 inches of rain within an hour. So we're looking for widespread total possibilities of 2 to 4 inches, maybe some isolated 5-inch totals. So coming up in a check of my full forecast, I'll walk you through all of the storms we're expecting tonight and the clearer weather ahead for the weekend. Guys?
Lauren, thanks so much. We're tracking some reports of down trees in Conyers as this weather moves across our area.
Good out to our Larry Spruill, who is out in the elements this afternoon, currently in Atlanta on his way out west. Larry, what have you seen so far?
Well, good evening, Tom and Christine. We are on Moreland Avenue, getting ready to head on 20 West. And let me paint the picture so you can see what we're seeing. It's been downpours of heavy rains.
The normal type of really isolated instances of flash flooding. This could happen in a number of locations, and we'll be tracking it through the evening hours tonight, particularly with thresholds as low as that.
All right, Alex and Lauren, thank you. We continue our Storm Alert Day coverage as the weather continues to move from west to east across North Georgia.
Fox 5's Larry Spruill is live in DeKalb County, where storms have already caused some damage there. Larry, where exactly are you and what are you seeing right now?
Good evening, Christine and Russ. We are on Candler Road here in DeKalb County, and as of right now, they have this area blocked off because of that tree that fell on top of that power line right there. And so you can see that they have this whole entire block of this area blocked off with the yellow police tape, and then the police cars are out here as well, not allowing anyone to even come remotely close to this area. If you can, I'll show you the traffic congestion here. As you can see right now, traffic is just at a standstill right at this intersection because they're not allowed to go any further than what they are. But as you can imagine with rush hour traffic,
that means that we will have some coverage during our show tomorrow. So those of you guys who are watching with us, make sure that you're back with us, whether it's on YouTube, TikTok, whatever may have you. Deidre, will you be covering that tomorrow as well, like a recap?
That's right. I will be in the House Chambers press box there. We'll be covering it from start to finish and, of course, getting reaction following the address tomorrow.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for joining us here, talking us through what happened this morning. We are all looking forward to seeing what he talks about tomorrow. Now, from his last Eggs and Issues breakfast as governor to his first bill coming across his desk, I want to talk to you guys about this gun storage bill has come across, hoping for Governor Brian Kemp's signature. Georgia lawmakers approved their first bill of this year's legislative session. They passed that bill. It's going to be a gun storage ban bill, 32 to 21 yesterday. It already cleared the Georgia House of Representatives on the final day of last year's session. So this bill will ban cities from requiring gun owners to lock up their guns inside their vehicles. A judge in Chatham County ruled last November that a requirement by the city of Savannah to do so was unconstitutional. So that measure will await Governor Brian Kemp's signature. He can choose to sign into law, or he could issue a veto. So,
hey, good morning, Judea. I'm at the Children's Museum of Atlanta, and it is the Tuskegee Airmen exhibit. Tuskegee Airmen actually was formed 85 years ago yesterday, and they got a heck of a good record. They flew 179 missions and only lost bombers on 7 of those missions. So they had 172 missions without losing a single aircraft. And it's a really cool exhibit here for kids. There's a lot of interactive things. Even some adults are getting into it. And, they got a lot of history here. They got some physics that you can make some airplanes and stuff. I like these little kiosks here. You got a lot of information. You can see a lot of history and stuff. And,
okay, Eli, unfortunately your shot froze. Hopefully we'll be able to get back out with you in a little bit. But just to give you some insight on what this exhibit is all about, I do have some notes here. So it's called Aim High, Soaring with the Tuskegee Airmen. And if you've never heard of the Tuskegee Airmen before, they were the first African-American military pilots and support personnel in the U.S. Armed Forces, so a pretty big deal. So this exhibit shows a little bit more about who they were, some of the missions that they were able to go on, and keep in mind that this was all during a time where racism was very much so well and alive. So while they were risking their lives to keep us safe here in the U.S., doing everything they could on the front lines, sometimes these men would come back home receive the warm welcome that every veteran should be awarded. And so having an exhibit like this is pretty cool, especially in our area.
You're the woman, this Year of the Woman Farmer. What does this mean? Why is this significant?
So I think it's significant because there are so many more women in the industry than most people realize. Our veterinarian, our nutritionists, chopper operators, and so it's really exciting for the future generation to spotlight some of these women, to realize there's so many opportunities here.
Absolutely, absolutely. You don't have to just be an owner of a farm or something like that. You can, there are a lot of other jobs, huh?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like the signal isn't that great all the way out there in Madison. If we do get them back, I'll try to get you back out there as quickly as possible. But for the time being, let's come back to me here in studio and we can chit-chat about Roblox. Like I told you, an investigation right now is taking place here in Georgia. The Georgia Attorney General has launched an investigation into Roblox because he says that there may be some concerns with safety. We know here at Fox 5 Atlanta, we've reported on a couple of different families, specifically in DeKalb County, who say that their children have had some run-ins while trying to play with friends. So let's talk about the new investigation. Attorney General Chris Carr is looking into whether Roblox violates Georgia's consumer laws by failing to protect minors. Right now, our state is issuing a legal demand for some internal records on chat moderation. So how do they go about making sure children are seeing the more appropriate things and not seeing the things that they're not supposed to see online? They're also